Hello, dear listeners, and welcome back to Book Summary 5, the 5-Minute Summary channel. I'm Sammy, your host, and today we're diving into Fearless by Lauren Roberts, the explosive sequel to Powerless and the second book in the Powerless trilogy. It's a world of deadly competitions, dark secrets, and a romance that walks the tightrope between longing and betrayal. If you thought Book 1 left your heart racing, buckle up. This one takes the stakes and the emotions to a whole new level. Let's dive in so you'll feel like you have read it cover to cover. At the end of Powerless, we left Paedyn Gray, a former nobody turned lightning rod of rebellion, shattered and betrayed. She had just survived the purging trials, where the powerless were pitted against the powerful for sport, and along the way, she fell for Kai, a mysterious and deadly elite. But everything came crashing down when she discovered his secret. Kai was working for the king, and his mission all along had been to spy on her. Fearless begins in the wreckage of that revelation. Paedyn is broken, both physically and emotionally, but she's not beaten. Her trust in Kai is gone, but her fire is still burning. She's no longer the girl trying to hide among the shadows. She's become a symbol of resistance. And with the kingdom teetering on the edge of revolt, she finds herself at the heart of a movement far bigger than herself. Meanwhile, Kai is drowning in guilt. He never meant to fall for Paedyn, and his betrayal weighs heavily on him. The story now weaves between their dual perspectives. Paedyn navigating a world of political intrigue, and Kai struggling with his loyalty to a corrupt crown and his love for the woman he's hurt. He wants to make things right, but redemption doesn't come easy in a world ruled by blood and fear. As Paedyn becomes a reluctant revolutionary, she discovers a secret network known as the Undone, an underground movement plotting to dismantle the monarchy. They want to use her image, her story, her survival, to inspire rebellion. But Paedyn isn't interested in being anyone's symbol. She wants justice, yes, but on her own terms. Still, the more she learns about the elite's brutality and the kingdom's rot, the more she realizes that silence is complicity. Kai, on the other hand, is caught in a web of deception. His role in the palace is growing more dangerous by the day. He's surrounded by enemies and haunted by the possibility that any misstep could expose him, or worse, hurt Paedyn. He's playing a dangerous game of espionage, pretending loyalty to the crown while secretly feeding intel to the resistance. Their paths cross again, of course, but it's not the swoon-worthy reunion some might hope for. When Paedyn and Kai face each other again, it's with raw fury, hurt, and undeniable chemistry. They clash, emotionally and ideologically. But the heat between them hasn't gone anywhere. It's just mixed with anger, betrayal, and a desperate desire to make things right. As war brews in the background, the two are forced to team up, reluctantly at first, when a powerful threat emerges. A mysterious group known as the Shadows begins to infiltrate the ranks, targeting both the elite and the undone with an agenda of chaos. Their goals aren't justice, they're annihilation. Paedyn and Kai realize that to defeat this new enemy, they'll need each other, whether they like it or not. What follows is a high-octane, emotionally fraught series of missions. Secret raids, near-death escapes, coded messages, and impossible choices. Paedyn's powers, yes, her real powers, begin to surface, further complicating things. She's no longer powerless, and the kingdom's structure begins to crack under the pressure of truth, rebellion, and fear. By the climax, Paedyn and Kai are forced to make the ultimate choice. Sacrifice their lives to protect the rebellion's spark, or flee and lose everything they've fought for. In a heart-pounding final battle at the gates of the capital, betrayals are revealed, loyalties are tested, and the line between enemy and ally is blurred forever. The book ends not with tidy resolution, but with rising stakes. The rebellion isn't over. The throne still stands. But Paedyn has found her voice, and Kai has chosen his side, for real this time. And together, though bruised and wary, they're ready for what comes next. Fearless is everything a sequel should be, darker, deeper, and more emotionally charged. Lauren Roberts crafts a world that feels alive with danger, desire, and moral complexity, pushing her characters to their breaking points and letting us feel every crack. It's not just about love or revolution. It's about power, identity, and what it means to fight when you have everything to lose. Thanks for joining me on Book Summary 5. If you're loving this series as much as I am, hit subscribe and stay tuned for what's next. Until then, happy reading.